Hello, I'm Robbie Farr and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to Redmen TV. It's your daily Liverpool news update. It's Thursday the 18th. Tonight we're playing Augsburg and most of the news centres around that. The biggest piece, obviously, Jurgen Klopp did his press conference yesterday, which, if you've seen it, was hard watching because it was everything was in German as well. Fair play if you speak German. If you don't, yeah, got a bit time consuming and a little bit boring. But the gist and the most important point that Klopp came up with, and I got the quote here, pertains to Liverpool's hopes of Champions League qualification. Now, he says, only a few teams in the world can think about winning the Europa League, and I think we are one of these teams. We are not one of those clubs that says we have no chance, but if you look at the teams in the competition now, it's like a little Champions League, which is the best way of describing the Europa League ever. It's a little Champions League. There are a lot of high-quality teams in it. Sometimes you can look at winning a cup is the shortest way to get somewhere. For sure, the Europa League is the shortest way to get to the Champions League. It's a really hard race and not a normal road. The chance to qualify for the Champions League makes it more interesting. Ask Sevilla, who have qualified many times with this rule. We're in the last 32. We can see the line, but I cannot say to the players now, this is our only chance of being in the Champions League. It's a chance. How many points are we away from the Champions League in the league? I think it's 9. So at this moment, I would say we have a better chance this way. And this is my favourite part of the whole thing is maybe the top 4 clubs will have a crisis, but we have to solve our own problems. He goes on, there's obviously loads more of that. But it's a very interesting thing because the round of 32 is still a long way. It's a long way from winning the Europa League. But I like the confidence of it. And, you know, I think hopefully, look, he sees the players every week, you know, and I think as fans we've been a little bit down in the dumps at times because we haven't scaled the heights. We've seen some really good performances and then we've seen some absolute abject ones as well. I think you don't want to be disrespectful to the competition, and you don't want to appear like arrogant or what have you. You know, so as a fan, if you go and we should just win this, and then we always think we should win it, and then we never do, which is a testament to how difficult the competition can be. But I like it when the manager says things like, I think it's shades of Rafa's first season when he didn't make many big statements. And then we got to the Champions League semi-final against Chelsea, and he basically said, "Yeah, we're going to win." And you were like, "Fucking go ahead, go ahead, Rafa." And again, not really the same kind of thing, of course, when you 52 games away from the final and you're playing Augsburg. But that being said, you know, he's right. It looks like the league form's just not there, and he's right. It is a lot harder to right now. You're looking at, you'd probably have to win pretty much every game between now and the end of the season, I think, to really, really put pressure on the top of the team. I don't see that happening, that's the thing. Whereas you can get yourself up for individual matches, and particularly because it's 2 legs, you know, really all you have to do is play well in one of the 2 and you can defend like fucking the other one. So yeah, it's interesting. I'll be interested to know your thoughts in the comments below. Is the Europa League our best chance of getting Champions League football this season? And if it is that, are you happy with us taking that route, etc., etc.? The only other piece of news that I've got for you today is a really interesting one. I'd say interesting, stroke terrifying. There's a bit in the Liverpool Echo today, and it's got a load of Europa League related stats. Some of them are fine, they're a bit standard and what have you. But what's one thing that gave me, I don't want to say heart palpitations as such, but you know, there's some interesting ones. I'll read through a couple of them. There's the one that stands out. So Liverpool's record in the Europa League, stroke UEFA Cup, stroke Fairs Cup, played 137, won 74, drawn 35, and lost 28, which is a very, very good record, of course. We've only scored 10 goals in our last 13 European matches, which is a concern. Although the defeat of Besiktas last season, are only defeat in the last 10 in Europe, home and away. And this is the one. Of all current Liverpool players, so that's every current Liverpool player right now, Lucas Leiva is our leading goal scorer in Europe with 3 goals. Yeah, have a think about that. So, room for improvement, certainly. Yeah, I think there'll be players looking to. There's a chance that someone tonight, or by this time in a week, in 8 days, we could have a new current record holder for the players in the squad as Liverpool's leading goal scorer in Europe, which is a bit of a convoluted way of saying that, but you get what I mean. Yeah, must do better. Yeah, and look, it shows what we've said all along, that we just don't have European experience. We don't have enough European experience in that squad. And the players that we have, don't have it in the right places. Like Moreno's got European experience, but he's not a goal scorer, is he? And, you know, someone like Daniel Sturridge, you know, he should be one of those, you know, because his goal scoring return, he should be up there with the European scoring greats as well. Like, but he, you know, he needs to stay fit, needs to get into games, and needs to score some fucking goals in Europe. So hopefully that starts tonight. But interesting, stroke worrying fact ahead of the game. But you know, the only way is up, baby. Yeah, check out the rest of the content. Done a fantastic Reds News Roundup show this week. Really, really interesting. That's on the redmentv.com. Talking about Joel Matip, talking about whether there's more to come or we need to see more from Henderson. Cult heroes, best free transfers of all time. Really, really good show, I say. On the redmentv.com. Free for a month. What else are you going to do? Fill time between now and kick-off by going to watch that show and all of the other fantastic subscriber exclusive on there as well. Anyway, thoughts on anything we've discussed today in the comments below, and we'll see you in and around the Augsburg game. Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up show. Liverpool taking on Augsburg in the Europa League round of 722. Fuck, we're excited. Let's go with it. John Machin's here, Matt El's here, and Sam Walker as well. Let's get into it.